Let's get to it.
Okay, YouTube, what is happening? Mesa Fail back at it with some Star Wars Battlefront. Alright, gonna cover two things in this video. First, I want to do a spoiler-free review of Star Wars The Force Awakens, and also give you some more talk about how I'm so addicted to Star Wars Battlefront. Believe it or not, I know I play a whole lot of Destiny, but I've got about 40 hours between my two PSN accounts on Star Wars Battlefront. I absolutely love this freaking game, and it's double XP weekend, if you didn't know, right now. And you get tons and tons. I was getting like 10,000 score per game. And sometimes it's like 15, and then you get a boatload of credits. And if you didn't know, if you don't play Star Wars, you use credits to buy charge ups, and you buy guns, and you buy all sorts of stuff with it. So definitely get on if you stepped away from it for a little bit. Now, Force Awakens. Okay, so me being Old Man Mesa, I grew up on the Holy Trilogy. Okay, so to compare it to those movies, I can't. It's impossible. It was an excellent movie. I think it was really well done. But to me, I can't compare it to the first three. Those, to me, are still the best Star Wars movies ever made. Was it better than the prequels? You can better believe that. See, Lucas is an amazing story writer, but in my opinion, horrible director. He wrote all the Indiana Jones movies. Those movies were fantastic because George wrote them, Spielberg directed them. So from an old person perspective, did it feel like a Star Wars movie? Not really. You could totally tell what they're doing. Since they sold off the franchise to Disney, you could tell JJ stepped in to do the revamp, okay? And you could see there's going to be a plethora of movies coming out. And actually, that means good things for video games, too, because I believe Visceral Games is working on an open-world Star Wars game. That would be slamming. And also, it opens up to more Battlefronts, okay? Hopefully, Battlefronts that maybe involve this new universe, because it really is a new universe. It's 30 years after Return of the Jedi. Now, I thought the acting was absolutely fantastic. John Boyega and Daisy Ridley, phenomenal, okay? You could just totally tell those two are going to be superstars. It was nice seeing Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, and also Harrison Ford, and of course Chewbacca, C-3PO, R2-D2, yada yada. But they were just kind of novelties. And again, I'm not giving you spoilers, but you could just kind of tell JJ's creating kind of the new version of Star Wars. This almost a new Star Wars universe, okay? And I'm being a little bit of a nitpicker here, but the reason why I think that it didn't feel so much as Star Wars, and this is really me being a nitpicker. See, one of the things for me with Star Wars is when I watched it, you wanted to be in there, okay? And that came to the music and all the sounds, especially the sounds. The reason why I love Star Wars Battlefront so much is because it has every single sound, music, feel from the original Holy Trilogy. And to clarify on that, the only real sound that you hear from the original movies is the roar of the TIE Fighter, which I absolutely love that sound, okay? But it was weird. All right, I'm going to bring up two things that are going to sound really nitpicky here. When you hear the new Stormtrooper blasters, they sound like Star Trek guns. I hate Star Trek. No offense, Star Trek fans. Hate Star Trek. They don't sound like the old Stormtrooper blasters. And this is really being nitpicky, but I absolutely hate the new Stormtrooper outfits. They look weird. They look too modern. They look too forced. They look too clean. I don't know. I love the old Stormtrooper outfits from the original Holy Trilogy. Just the look of the helmets and the fact that they were all beaten up. You know, they had blast marks all over them, dirt and grime and all that sort of stuff. Now, the pacing of the movie was really, really good, actually. You know, JJ, he's a brilliant director. He definitely knows what he's doing. The camera shots and everything, some of the space battles, some of the actual ground battles and everything, very, very well directed. But there definitely was a total new feel to the whole thing. There's a whole middle section of the movie that involves these kind of newish type characters and so forth. Not going to give you anything or spoil anything for you, but it definitely, that whole section didn't feel like Star Wars at all. And it makes sense, okay, because JJ is rebranding it kind of, you know, for this whole new plethora of video games, new movies, spin-off movies, the whole thing. However, I do think that if Lucas would have written this story and JJ directed it, I would have liked it a lot better, or us old folks who grew up on the Holy Trilogy. But this movie's not meant for that. No, it's not. It's meant for the new folks. It's meant for revamping the franchise. I said this on Twitter last night that if JJ directed the prequels, since Lucas wrote them, they would have been slamming. Lucas is a great story writer, horrible director. I mean, the prequels, in theory, the story would have been, well, the premise of the story of the prequels was good, okay? You've got the fall of Anakin Skywalker, how he became Darth Vader. You've got the creation of the clone army, the fall of the Republic, yada yada, the creation of the rebellion. In theory, that would have been great, but it was just horribly cast, horribly acted, way too much CGI, and just silly. I don't know. I hated the prequels. So that's it for my review on Star Wars The Force Awakens. Let's talk about Battlefront, okay? I am just so damn addicted. This is that new free DLC map for Jakku, which is the battle that happened right after Return of the Jedi. I love this game. It's just run and gun multiplayer. So much freaking fun, okay, guys? Just forget the fact, well, it doesn't have a the negative Nancy's come out. Doesn't have a good story, doesn't have doesn't have any story. Doesn't have PvE, I don't play it for that. I played for mindless multiplayer run around shooting people in third person, which is surprising for me because I normally never ever enjoy third person games, but this game forces you to play third person because, I don't know, for me, you get a wider field of view and you're pretty much just hip firing the whole time, and it's a lot of fun. It is the most beautiful game I've ever looked at on any console. So in before some more lack of content complainers, listen, it's a nice base framework, okay? As soon as I got used to it and fell in love with the actual game mechanics of it, I instantly bought the Season Pass, okay? I want all that DLC. But I think with The Force Awakens and with Battlefront the way it was created, I think we're going to have more Battlefronts that are going to be even better than this one. I think the DLCs are going to be great. And I'm crying, well, they should have brought the... I see a lot of people saying that the base game sucks, that you're paying for the real game when the DLCs come out. Whatever, so be it. I don't give a flying fuck. It's fun, and I feel like the DLCs are gonna really add to this game. And with The Force Awakens, it opens up the doors for more Star Wars games. And I always said, man, nothing would be more killer for a fossil like me is to have a Star Wars game based on a Destiny type of world. Open world, like picture you load up Star Wars, whatever, in a Destiny type of framework, and you see multiple worlds. You can go to Hoth, you can patrol Hoth, you can go patrol Endor. There's a raid that's on the Death Star. Just all sorts of stuff. I would you develop your character into a Jedi Knight over time by doing bounties and leveling up gear and equipment, but that'll never happen. So anyway, guys, that's it. Just let me know what you guys think of, first off, one, Star Wars Force Awakens, and two, what you guys think of Battlefront. I think it's on sale right now at Walmart for $39, $39.99. So if you're interested in getting it cheap, go check it out. So that's it, guys. Babble Mode's engaged. Drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on the Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream. Links will be in the description. That's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.